Hey learner, this is Nilesh Borate. Welcome back. So we start the CMS application dynamically. So this is your the index.php file. So this is the static design file. Okay. So this is your default code. So don't worry about that. We will learn step by step. Okay. So first we will create the one database. So here going to your the PHP myadmin. Okay, so don't forget your XAMPP server start the Apache service as well as your the MySQL service. Okay, so I have already started. So this is your the PHP myadmin homepage. Okay, so here we create a new database. So going to this database section. Okay, so here we give the database name. So my database name is that the CMS create database created. Okay, so this is your the CMS database. Now we create our the first table. Okay, so here give your table name is that categories. We have the multiple categories, so that's why here we give the categories name. Okay, and your the number of columns is that the 2. Okay, click here go button. So here first column name is that the cat underscore id. So this is your the category id. So type is that the integer. So here we give the length is that 3. Okay, so 3 means the 3-digit long, means that your maximum number is that 999. Okay, so I think this is a very big number. We have only 10 to 15, maximum 25-30 categories. Okay, 999 is your the very big number, but if you want to more, then give here the 4 or 5. Okay, and click this AI checkbox, means that this is auto incremented, and don't forget this is your the primary key. Then second column name is that cat underscore title. This is the varchar, and here the length of this varchar is that 255 long. Okay, now click on this save button. So here we create our the first table of CMS application. Going to this bracket editor, now here we create the one more folder. Okay, so here we minimize this admin panel. So first we will focus on this user panel. Okay, so here we create a new folder. So my folder name is that the includes. So here we include all these modules in this folder. So first we create new file db.php, which are related to your database connection. Okay, so here we use the MySQL underscore connect function to make a database connection. Okay, so see here, this is your the code PHP. Then dollar connection is equal to MySQLi underscore connect. Okay, so first parameter is your the local host. Then second parameter is your the username, third parameter is your the password, and the fourth parameter is your the database name CMS. Okay, so if you install your the XAMPP server or the WAMP server, so they have no password, but here I can set the database password is that the 1234. Okay, then after successful this connection, this dollar connection variable return true. So if dollar connection, then here we use the one echo statement, we are connected. Okay, so first we test this code. So here we save these changes. See here, we are connected. So zoom out the some font here. Okay, no problem. There is another way to define this function. So I am going to creating the separate variables and store all these values into that and use this variable in connection parameter. Now I always like to be very secure with my data. So most secure coding is that converting values into constant. So you are create a separate variables, but in this case I use the more secure way, that is store all these variable into associative array, and then we make the constant variable and then assign to this connection parameter. So why this process is very lengthy? Because of security. Okay, so see here, first we create one associative array and give my key name is that db host is equal to your host name is that the localhost. Then same here, copy paste this 4 times, host, user, password, and this is your the db name, database name. So your username is that the root, password is the 1234, and database name is your the CMS. Okay, then by using for each, okay, here this is your database name db as, so this is your the associative array. So we split this value into two section, key and the value. So $key is equal to $value, and define all these function to constant. So this is your the key name and this is your the value. Okay, now we convert all these keys into uppercase. So here we use the built-in function in a string str to upper to convert this function into uppercase. Okay, and make all these variables here constant. Now we use this constant here. So your host name is that db underscore host, so make it capital, then db underscore user, then db underscore password, db underscore name. Okay, so save here. See here we are connected. Okay, now this is the little bit secure. Okay, proceed to next section. Now we need to make our files or template actually reusable. So alright, we are going to be using a function called includes to do that, and we could use it some other functions, but right now we are using that. Okay, so we run your the index.php file here. So this is your the home page. Okay, now we split all these modules into the separate files. So this is your the content, this is your the menu, this is your the sidebar, like this way. So see here, these are the responsive template. Okay, now so see here, this is a very lengthy design file. So let's make this little bit more usable by taking it off and include it. Okay, so we create the two files, header and the footer. So first we create the one header file. So right button click here, new files, header.php, and there is one more file here, footer.php. Okay, so first we will open this header.php file. So here this is your index.php file. So here we shift all these top design code which are common to every file. So here HTML and this head tag from this body section. So we cut this section, Control X, and going to this header section and paste here, Control S, save. Okay, so this is your the header.php file, and include this file in your index.php. Okay, so here we include. Okay, so here we use the double quotes or the parenthesis. So here first your directory name includes oblique header.php. So save here. So see, this is your the index.php file. Okay, now we shift some code to the footer.php section. So going to this bottom side. Okay, so see here. So see here, from this footer comment section. Okay, so this focus on this footer comment section. So from this code to bottom we shift this code. So Control X, and use here the footer.php. Okay, Control S. So see, this is the copyright at the 2014 etc. So here we change this is the copyright the 2020. Okay, save. Now we use this footer.php file in your the main file. So this is the index.php file. Now here php include so folder name is that includes oblique footer.php. So save here. So see here again this bottom there is a okay copyright to 2020. Okay, so here we finish these header and the footer section. Now going to some advanced mode, we shift again some code to another files. So going to this top of the file. Okay, so this is your the navigation. So select this navigation tag. So from here, okay, here we close this navigation tag /nav. Okay, now we shift this navigation tag Control X to new file. So here we create a new file. So file name is that navigation.php. Okay, so here we shift this data Control S. So see, this is the about services contact. These are the some menus. Okay, so again going to this index.php file, and here we include same file here navigation.php. Control S. Okay, save this content. Okay, again going to this bottom. So see here, okay, see here this is the block sidebar widgets column. So this is your div tag. So this div tag is closed here. Okay, so from this tag, from this div tag to this div tag. Okay, so here we select all these block categories section here, block sidebar widgets column. Okay, so here we select this data Control X, and here we create a new file sidebar.php. Okay, shift Control S. So these are the categories. Okay, again going to this index.php file. So see here again, okay, going to this top, first block. Okay, so this first block is closed here. Okay, so this second block and the third block is deleted because we create this block dynamically. So here we keep only one block. So delete this second and the third block. Okay, so see here again, here we keep only this first blog post and we select the second blog post and the third blog post. So delete. Okay, save here. Okay, so see here again, this is your the index file. Okay, so here we forget to add this sidebar panel. So here we include PHP include sidebar.php. Okay, so save here, again check here. Okay, this is your the sidebar. Now this is a very simple file. Okay, we convert all these lengthy file into the separate modules. Now we focus on this category section. Okay, now we have a table, this category. So in this table we can hold the many categories. So here we want to insert the multiple categories in this table by dynamically. So go to this navigation.php file. So this is your navigation.php file. Okay, so here we add the some code here dynamically. So this is your the UL list. So all these list item here displayed by using dynamically. So here we give all these data in a comment section. Okay, so from here to here, and we use here the some PHP code. Now one more thing is that here we add the db.php file. So don't forget this. So here we include db includes oblique db.php file. Okay, so save here. Here we include this file. Going to this section, this is your the PHP code. Okay, now here we add the some code here dynamically. So we fetch all these categories and display instead of this static categories. Okay, so here we use the one query, $query equal to select star from categories. Then this is your the result MySQLi underscore query. So here we execute this query connection comma query. Okay, then we use the while loop because there are the more than one categories. So fetch all this data row wise. So MySQLi underscore fetch underscore, here we use this associated function. Okay, and pass here your the result. Then store this category into this category title variable. So $row of cat underscore title column. Okay, so see here, this is your the database table, category ID and category title. Now here we fetch the category title column. Okay, and this data is stored in this $cat title variable, and display this title in this list item. So here we use this list tag in this loop. Okay, so convert this all this data into one line here again. Okay, and use the one echo statement here. Okay, this is your the echo, and this is the single quote tag, and instead of contact we use this cat title variable. Okay, now this is your the empty table. Okay, we insert the some records here. Okay, so click here the insert. Now this is category ID is auto incremented. So here we give the one title, for example bootstrap. Second title is JavaScript. So here we click this go button. Okay, so these two queries are executed. Click here this category section. Okay, so this is the bootstrap and the JavaScript. Okay, so here we test this code, save these changes, Ctrl S, and run your include index.php file. So save here, again go into this file. Okay, so see here bootstrap and the JavaScript, and this message is we are connected. Now here we remove this message. Okay, so there is no need to display this message again and again. Again go into this db.php file, and if there is some error to this connection, then print this error message here. Okay, so here we print by using this die message connection fail. Okay, save. Line number 13 die, here we use some bracket, save. Okay, now going to again this index.php file. Okay, see here bootstrap and the JavaScript. these two menus are loaded dynamically. Again, here we add some more menus. So going to this insert section. So here we add, for example, CMS project. This is the PHP application. Click on this, go. Okay, so click here this category again. Okay, 4 menus. So here we refresh this page. These are the 4 menus. So in this video we will cover this section. Next video we will learn about these posts. Okay, we convert these posts into dynamically. So till, if you have any queries, then comment on our query in comment box. Like and subscribe the channel. See you on next video. Thank you.